Welcome back to I've Got Something to Tell You with Tayler and
Colleen.
Bonus episode 5, short story edition again. So let's just get right into our short stories.
Let's do
Or
it.
do I need to? Oh, so our short stories are like Reddit stories or stories we come up with. Like Colleen remembers, she has a really good memory. It's like a storage bank of like all these stories. She'll just pull from them when she like remembers something.
Like Taylor will tell me a story and I'm like, oh, but did you hear about this?
But then she'll tell it in like really good detail. I'm like, how'd you do that?
Well, thanks for saying that. I'm glad it comes off that way.
So, yeah, that's an overview. So my short stories today are from Reddit, of course. And the first one is, I believe, an Appalachian. Oh my god.
Taylor,
I always think I'm going to say it right. Appalachian?
Appalachian.
I swear I'll get it right one day.
I hope you never do.
I probably won't, to be honest. So, an Appalachian Reddit.
It's okay, though, because everybody gets it wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I believe you.
Honestly, I could be correcting you and I could still be saying it wrong.
There's like 3 different ways I've said it now. Just keep it going.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm originally from West Virginia, but lived in rural Kentucky between ages 10 and 13 in a holler, which is a small valley surrounded by foothills with family all around, but no neighbors nearby. Okay, I don't know what it is with these like Reddit stories, but they all call their grandmas different things. This one says Grams, which is kind of cute.
That's cute. What was the other one? Mama or something?
Mama. That one I was not going to say. So anyway, Grams had strict rules. Don't mess with the wild animals. Never go alone in the woods. Don't whistle. Don't answer if you hear your name called. And if you see someone in the woods you think you know, you don't. So, one August night when I was 11, my dad and I camped near our trailer. After my dad left to go get beer and check on Grams, everything around the campfire grew eerily silent. No bugs making noises, no wind, no stream sounds, just dead silence. And then I tasted something awful, a sharp metallic tang. My dad came back angry, smelling burning metal on the trail. He said a storm was coming and we should head home. Walking back in the pitch black woods, lit only by occasional lighting, I saw it. A silhouette beyond the first line of the trees. Its head was misshapen, arms too long, body just wrong, like a distorted drawing of a person. Each lightning flash showed it closer, standing in the middle of the road. Sounds like a horror movie.
Yeah.
Terrified, I ran inside. Grams told Dad to lock all the doors and windows, and that night I slept with her. The next day, the tent door was torn off, not by an animal, but pulled apart. My uncle's chickens were all killed, heads gone, no blood. For weeks, the kids waited for the bus with adults, and my dad was late for work often. Talking about it was always shut down, like no one wanted to say the word. Years later, I learned the name. The Goat Man.
Goat Man?
Mm-hmm. I was expecting like a skinwalker because that's kind of what it
I was
sounded
thinking
like,
with
but
the no blood.
Oh, the goat. Yeah, but I guess there's another cryptid called the Goat Man.
Okay.
That awful metallic taste still haunts me, and to this day I can't describe exactly what I saw. So if you're ever in the Kentucky foothills, follow Grams' rules. Don't whistle, don't answer your name if you hear it, and don't go into the woods alone. A lot of people did respond to it, like saying, like that live in that area, that I guess that's like a common cryptid that they know.
It sounds like just the Appalachians in general have
so much
stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think Goat Man and Mothman hang out together?
Maybe they They just like tag team, like, you get those ones, I get these ones.
Yeah.
Scare the shit out of them.
They trade stories. They have their own mini episodes.
They're telling their stories of scaring people.
Yeah.
Like, you should have seen this guy. But yeah, so that was the first story.
I got one.
You have a story? Okay,
well,
tell me.
Okay, well, it reminded me when you said the goat man.
Mm-hmm.
So did you ever hear about the Grizzly Man?
No. So many men.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, scaring people is a male-dominated, like, thing, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah. Men
Not
scare me,
surprised.
so. Yeah.
Actually, there are no, like, cryptid women.
Well, no,
Are
there
there?
were. Hag
Ooh.
Attack.
Is that a cryptid, though?
I guess maybe not.
I mean...
The women are in the background, like...
Pulling the strings?
Pulling the strings,
Okay,
yeah.
you're right.
They're organizing, like, yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yep. But so this man, and there's a documentary about him, and maybe one day I'll do like the full story about him.
Mm-hmm.
But you reminded me now with Goat Man, and then you told me about how your cousin, with the SeaWorld story. So this is more stuff of like just, we cannot control nature. Like animals are animals. Like you cannot control them. They should not be like something that we mess with. They're something we appreciate and we look at from afar, but we respect. Like,
Yes.
so this guy, he is obsessed with bears, and he starts going up to Alaska to like be one with the bears.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, you're not a bear.
You're not a bear. And so he starts going up to, and there's like video footage because he's recording himself like constantly going and visiting these bears. And there is like weird footage of like there's one time where this bear does look like it's gonna like come up to him and he's like, hey, stop that. And the bear like retreats. So like he has this like false sense of connection with the bears. Mm-hmm. And he's going up constantly. And they talk about him as that it is shocking that he survived as long as he did going up and being with the bears as long as he did. So like don't know if maybe there was something there. But anyway, so there is video like footage of this, and I don't think it'll ever be released, and thank God, but you can hear it. He goes up on a trip and he takes his girlfriend at the time. And there's one bear that has like migrated into the area that he normally goes to, so it's not part of like the normal bear groups that he would see. Mm-hmm. So it's not used to him. Mm-hmm. And it attacks and mauls him like terribly. They talk about that sadly they do end up killing the bear because it attacked a human. But it is a crazy story. Like this dude was not all there in my opinion.
Yeah. Wait, did it kill the girlfriend?
It killed the girlfriend too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
that would be terrifying.
Yeah, but you can hear him being like, I forget what I forget what the bear's name is, but it's like, I'm going to call it Gummy Bear just because that's the first thing that came to mind. But it's something like that, like kind of like a sweet name, I want to say. And he's just like, no, Gummy Bear, no.
Oh my God. It's like the bear doesn't know his name.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But it's insane. Like, again, like he was like literally like living with bears and like foxes. Like foxes would come into his tent and stuff. So it's like he loved them. Again, I don't know if he was like all there, you know?
Yeah. Well, because when you're doing that, like you are taking a risk. Obviously, it's wildlife. Like they're...
But,
you know what I mean?
Again.
Like, you're not a Disney princess. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'd love to be, but...
We would all love to have those experiences and, like, be one with nature, but at the same time,
just, like
that
have
isn't...
the little birds dress us in our
yes.
outfits for the day.
But, come on. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. I hate when people, like, think that they are above... like nature,
everybody else.
Yeah,
they're like, no, trust me. I know how to be one with the bears.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like it's a freaking bear, dude. Like,
well, he learned his lesson.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Grizzly Man.
R.I.P. Grizzly Man.
And Gummy Bear.
I forget what the bear's name is. It wasn't...
I just like Gummy Bear.
Yeah.
So, my next story is what I think it was from an alien abduction subreddit. So, taking a break from the Appalachians.
She pointed at me when she
I was like,
said
is it right? I'm like waiting for you to be like, thank you. Okay. So I recently had the startling realization that one of my earliest memories and most persistent nightmares bears a disturbing resemblance to an alien abduction. I always assumed it was just a dream, but now I'm not so sure. I know it's unusual to have vivid memories from early childhood, but I've always remembered things as far back as age 2. Memories my family had verified, even though no photos or videos existed of those events. I also remember many of my early dreams, and most were mundane. Wanting candy, I wasn't allowed, wandering a playground, needing to pee. Short, simple scenarios that, like, a kid would dream of. So, now they're going to describe their dream. And it says this takes place in 1997, by the way. I was 4 years old when I had what I thought was just another dream, but it felt wildly different. I found myself inside a massive, sterile ship, so vast it could have held an entire neighborhood. It was strangely lit, both bright and dark at the same time, with no visible light sources. The windows showed only pure blackness, which made me feel like we were high in the sky or in space. I stood in a long line with hundreds of other children, all in white onesies, all looking dazed, no adults anywhere. We shuffled slowly through a series of cold clinical rooms. After what felt like hours, I got impatient and slipped out of line, sneaking to the front to see what we were all waiting for. At the front was a lit station, almost like a room within the ship, but no children came back out after entering. A deep sense of dread crept in. I turned and ran toward a dark hallway behind the station. I could hear something tall moving towards me, its shadow stretching with each step. I darted into a nearby room to hide. Inside, lit faintly by the hall's glow, was a disturbing sight. Sharp, unfamiliar tools laid out beside a patient bed. Some resembled dental instruments, but far more sinister. Spiked drills, serrated knives, and I began to hyperventilate. I wanted to run to escape, but then I was found. I don't remember anything after that. I woke up crying. My mom assured me it was just a nightmare, but decades later, I still feel deeply unsettled by it. I've never been afraid of the dentist. In fact, I enjoy it. I wasn't watching horror movies or exposed to scary stories at the time. I didn't even know what aliens were at that time. So where did that imagery come from? And how did I know how to describe something so complex and so specific at 4 years old? Recently, I came across a strange theory about little grays, which are aliens, being responsible for giving humans the MTHFR gene variant. Funny enough, my DNA test results show I have that exact mutation.
No.
Coincidence? Maybe, but this dream never felt like the others, and I still wonder, was it just my imagination or something more? Has anyone else experienced something like this?
That's crazy.
I know. I feel like it was like, especially since they were so young and like such a vivid detail, like that's very scary. Love an alien story.
Love an alien story.
Any alien stories top of the noggin?
Top of the noggin, alien story related. Remember that movie where the woman is doing like the sleep studies?
I feel like you might have told me about it and I wanted to watch it.
So it's supposed to be based on a true story, but like it was this like small Alaskan town.
Wait, is it the one where they go into hypnosis?
Mm-hmm.
That sleep? Yeah, yeah, you told me. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be based on a true story, so I'm going to tell it as if it's a true story. But so she, like, there are these, it's a small Alaskan town, and this woman works as like a sleep hypnosis this therapist type of person.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's getting an influx of people coming in saying that like they're unable to sleep and they're all having these like very like vivid dreams of this owl that is sitting outside of their window. And they're like, but it's not like a regular owl. Like it has larger eyes and it's like got a larger head and it's watching me very intently.
Ew.
I know. And so she starts putting them under hypnosis, and they start having these like they start telling these stories about basically being abducted by aliens. But all of their stories are like so detailed and so like similar that she's like, what is happening? Because like they're all saying that they're having the same dreams. So many people are coming in saying that they're having like these same issues, and then when she puts them under hypnosis, they also start speaking in like kind of like a really creepy voice. That's it.
So scary. Have you seen that video? It's like really funny. I mean, it's fake, but like it's like a hypnotist. And he's like putting them, it's like 3 guys under hypnosis, and he's like, you're gonna be an alien for Mars when you wake up. And he asks him, I think he was like, what do you like to eat? And he's like, meow, 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 meow. His friend next to him's like dying. It's so stupid.
Have you seen, there's sorry, this really is going off course, but have you seen the video of the guy that he's supposed to be a magician, but like it's like he's like a magician, but everybody in the audience is actors. And so he convinces the guy, like he's like, okay, I'm gonna make you invisible. And so he convinces the guy that he's actually invisible, but then he's like in the park, so he like is like, oh, I gotta take a phone call, and like walks away. And like the guy is like walking up like trying to get people's attention, and then he's like, where did the magician go? Like, I don't want to be invisible anymore.
He just has like a meltdown.
And he'll start like picking stuff up. Like at one point he goes into somebody's like picnic basket, and like one of the girls is like, the bread is floating. And
it's like all in on it.
He's like, can nobody
that would be
really
like terrifying.
He's literally like having a crisis.
He's like, oh my God.
He's like, it's just so funny seeing a grown man like so like perplexed and just like, I don't want to be invisible anymore.
Make it stop.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of them doing that to kids, but I've never seen one doing that to an adult.
It's so funny.
Well, anyway, that concludes our short stories for today. So thanks for listening.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Later.